final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Papa Powell going on the microphone. Papa Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. This is your boy TraderPrad. TraderPrad. But if you guys are ready for this show to get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Yo, what's up, chat? Little feeling upset, feeling a little upset. My stomach is not feeling the best. Just took one of my antibiotics that I have to take. So if you see me, taking a little breather, taking a little pause here and there, just bear with me because I'm not really feeling great. I'm not feeling the best right now, okay? But we got a job to do. We got to talk about all the movers today and all the fun stuff that could possibly set up tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys here. So let's talk about all the fun stuff today. Market went a little bit higher than yesterday. Volume was a lot lower, but we managed to trickle our way back to the upside. Lots of good moves across the board. I think the Megatech had a pretty good move to the upside. You look sick? Yeah, I don't feel good, brother. I don't feel good at all. Trust me. My stomach is in turning. I was just reading what the hell does it say, and it literally says acid on there. It literally says acid on there. So I got acid in my stomach. Doesn't feel good at all. It feels like I need to throw up or I need to take a shit, but I don't need to do either. So it's like in between of that feeling. It's just such a shitty feeling after taking that. Hope you feel better. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. What was in the chat and what are you guys talking about? TH, 1 and 2nd. Dave Bautista. That's not Dave Bautista, TH. It's not Dave Bautista. It's the CEO of Adobe. It's not Dave Bautista. Come on now. John Vaughn, do you have anything on X? The Japan X deal fell apart, or you're saying the deal was dead at 12:59 p.m. The stock dropped like a rock. Then at 1 p.m. the stock went back higher and closed higher than the open. Yeah, we can take a look at X. I did see that X drop in the middle of the day. It's gonna keep moving with that news back and forth. Eventually, either it will continue to stay in America because it's a big American history, obviously. Andrew Carnegie, U.S. Steels, anyone who knows about manifestation, or if you read books about manifestation or anything, you all obviously heard about Andrew Carnegie at that point. So big history of the United States over there behind U.S. Steels. So they want to keep it in America. They don't want to go. They don't want to sell it off to Japan and whatnot. I don't. The deal probably not gonna go through, right? Probably not gonna go through. No matter who's the president, let it be Kamala, let it be Trump, whoever is the president. Is the deal is simply not gonna go through at all. So it just depends on, are they going to sell U.S. steels to somebody else, or does the government come in and subsidize U.S. steels in a way where they keep them alive, basically, is the question. So I guess no matter what happens, at the end of the day, the move should be to the upside, because the government comes in and saves U.S. steels, basically allowing them to do what they're doing and try again using the taxpayers' money. They might just have a stock price increase based on that catalyst. If they're getting bought out by another US company and they're merging together, that's going to also bring in another merger, acquisition, merger, M&A deal coming through, and most likely the stock goes up again. I'm trying to stay away from that stock because it's a little too back and forth with those catalysts. As you know, sometimes they're good, sometimes bad, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. So that's what's happening with X overall. But I understand if you're invested in it, like you said, you were trying to take it as a tax write-off, but now you're going to continue watching it. Maybe the market move today gave it a nice little whipsaw right back into VWAP, and then it started holding VWAP and reclaimed higher than VWAP, right? Also closing at high a day, as you mentioned in the message. So most likely the market move helping it out, and I think a lot of people have the same sentiment that I do, which is the US steels, no matter what happens, it's gonna eventually go higher in price, because if Japan buys it out, whatever price Japan was offering it for, it's going to go to that price. If it merges with another company, it's going to probably end up still at the same price that Japan was offering it for, or maybe a little bit lower. And if the government comes in and rescues them, then that's a whole different trade to begin with. So lots of variables here for us to possibly keep an ear out for. Barkit's in the chat. What's up, Barkit? Hi, Prad. Could you discuss Costco, Google, and Restoration Hardware? Restoration Hardware is on the watch list along with Google, obviously, with the Magnificent 7. But Costco's not. We can take a look at Costco, see how that one is setting up. Blind Jedi's in the house. What's up, Blind? And also Dieter. Barkit also asking for PLCE, please. Any breakout levels you can help identify for more of the short squeeze. It is also on the watch list, Barkit. So you have all the stocks that we're going to watch today for sure, except for Costco. So why don't we start the day looking at Costco in that case, kind of knock off Costco, see if we need to add it to the watch list real quick. Ooh, Costco with a nice little move to the upside. It's ready to go to $1,000 here. Okay, Costco. Nice little reversal. This is almost setting up like a cup and handle. I guess this could be a little cup and handle. But, you know, nice little U-shape. As one of my good friends always says, his name is Michael Noss. He says, buy smiley faces and sell frowny faces. You sell frowny faces and you buy smiley faces. Smiley face. Smiley... Well, really, really smiley face. More like a Joker smiley face over here. But a nice little smiley face forming over here. If you just look, eyes. Oop, that's a little bit too high. No. We got the eyes here. We got the eyebrows. We got the face. We got the nose. And the face. Boom. Nice little smiley face. So you buy the smiley face and you sell frowny faces. And Costco looking like it's getting ready for a breakout past the all-time high here. We'll see if we can actually get above the all-time high. How's my hand? My hand's fine. The bite mark's not relevant at all. It's the fact that the dog was behind on its rabies vaccinations. So I need to take precautions. So I need to be on some really strong meds that right on the label it says, you know, I don't want to show you because it's got my home address and my name and everything on it, but right on the label it says you know, stomach will get upset, and it clearly says, like, it says, what is this, amoxicillin clavulanic acid. Bruh, you're basically putting acid in my stomach. That's awesome. Caesar Romeo Joker or Joaquin Phoenix Joker? I don't know who Caesar Romeo is. I don't even know who that character is and if he played Joker and how was his Joker. Honestly, my 2 Jokers in my career, in my lifestyle, is okay, let's take a look at this. Oh, I know this Joker. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen him actually play Joker, but I know this Joker. I've seen, you know, little clips here and there of it. Never really seen a proper role of him playing Joker. But as I was saying, my Jokers were Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson. I think Jack Nicholson played Joker, right? Then Jack Nicholson play the Joker. Yeah, I think he did. So Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and obviously right now the one of the. I'm pretty excited to see this Joker movie. For a big DC fan and anti-Marvel as I am very interested to see how the second Joker movie comes out, especially with Lady Gaga as Harlequin. I think that was amazing casting. The trailer looks great. I'm very, very interested to watch this movie whenever it comes out. So keep an eye out for it. Let me know when it does come out, so we can you know, talk about it, because I will for sure spoil the movie for you if I watch it. Just so you know, I will spoil the movie for you if I watch it. Here is the earnings board for tonight, basically. So Adobe restoration hardware at the top of the leaderboard. Besides that, we have a bunch of other stocks on our watch list, basically a repeat from yesterday's watch list, because these are the names kind of the most of interest for us: Dell, Palantir, GME, PLCE, ASTS, WHLR, and some of those names over there that we've been constantly trading for almost a week now. Just want to continue trading them. Costco, I mean, you know, volume's not really, I can't say it's low, because it's bringing in the volume, moving average amount of volume to it. But at the moment, you know, I'm not really interested in looking for a breakout on Costco to the upside. We could keep an eye on it, though. We could keep an eye on it as a day trade. I'm not that interested to look for a momentum play on Costco. The only way I'll look for a long on this is if the stock can get above 919, 920, stay above that price point, and show me buying above that level for me to be interested in a long. For a stock that's $900 with an average volume of 1.7 million, it's going to have a little bit of a spread in it, so you have to be careful for that side too. We have played stocks like these before, like SMCI. Even when Tesla and Nvidia were $1,000, we have traded them, but those were different situations, especially when it comes to SMCI, sorry, not SMCI, especially when it came to Nvidia or Tesla, when they were $1,000 each. They brought in tons of volume, the liquidity was great, so you didn't have to worry about slippage too much. But Costco, low volume, high price, slippage is going to be insane. Why did I just pull up Costco over here on Finviz? I don't think I wanted to do that, did I? I don't think I wanted to pull up Costco on Finviz. I think I was trying to do something else. Anyways, Costco, basically we only want to play it in a swing mindset. Today, market had another good day, awesome, but market has had 2 insanely up days back to back. So not sure if we're gonna get another big explosive move. I think a failed break of this high could also set up for a good short opportunity on Costco. But once again, the spread is going to be not something pretty for you to get into. So just be ready. You just know that if you are crossing the bid to get short or crossing the offer to get long, you are instantly going to be out of the money $2-3, and if that spread opens up, you're going to be out of the money even more. So size accordingly. If you want to play momentum on Costco tomorrow, I think Costco, like I said, is a better swing type of trade, intraday swing type of trade. What that means is you want to let the stock actually have its opening drive, show you buying on pullbacks. It needs to find buying above the previous all-time high on the pullbacks, and by buying I mean not just like 1 minute bar. You want to see like at least a 5-minute bar above this all-time high 2 5-minute bars, 3 5-minute bars. The longer it spends above 919, 920, the better it is for a bigger explosive move towards 1000 on a swing term idea. So that's the kind of setup that you want to look intraday. You're not really swinging it because I'm day trading it. You could swing it, right? I'm not really swinging it because I'm a day trader, but the only way I'll get into it is if it gives me an intraday swing long. So I'll actually put it in my watch list because I've talked so much about it. You guys have convinced me. Oh, you know what I was trying to do with Costco on Finviz? I was trying to get the ATR. That's what I was trying to do. ATR of $18.24. If you guys hear my dog going crazy right now, it's because my brother and my niece just got home, so my dog's a little excited. Give him some time. That's $18 ATR. So holding 920 possibly could take it all the way up to 940, 950. Let's see if that opportunity comes in, especially if the market is metro booming to the north side. Let's head to the main names that we are interested for tomorrow, which are the earnings names, starting with Restoration Hardware. Starting with Adobe. Adobe making a little bit of a flush to the downside. Apparently, they beat EPS and revenue from what I saw at a quick glance on the news articles that my phone gets absolutely blasted with every single day. But I didn't actually get to read the full report myself. So we're going to bring in our good friends Benzinga. I typed in Autodesk. It's ADBE, Adobe. We're going to bring in our good friends at Benzinga. If you are interested in checking out Benzinga, click the links below in the description and click on the Benzinga option in the link tree. Adobe reported third quarter report. Here's a report. Adobe reported earnings of $4.65 per share, beating estimates of 4.53. Quarterly revenue came in at 5.41 billion, beating estimates of 5.37 and representing a 10.63% growth year over year. That's actually pretty decent. I use Adobe every single day. You can see how at the bottom of my you can't see it because the Benzinga screen's blocking it. Right here at the bottom, it says Adobe Photoshop 2024. And if I click this, you can see how most of these over here, boom, I have the Adobe suite, right? I pay for Adobe is because I need to make the YouTube thumbnails. The Adobe AI is an amazing feature. I love Adobe AI. People like Dieter. The Stonks beat is playing in the back right now. Really? That's hilarious. I didn't even know that. I didn't know I had it in this playlist. I didn't even know I had it in this playlist. But it's my beat now. You know, they paid for it, but it's my beat now, right, Dieter? So Adobe, I love the software. I enjoy it. Dieter uses it pretty much for his day-to-day job. I'm pretty sure about that, and I think he loves it too. A lot of people enjoy Adobe. Let's continue reading down the watch list. Digital media segment revenue was $4 billion, which represents 11% year growth. Digital cloud revenue, $807 million, representing an 18% growth. Creative revenue grew to $3.19 billion, representing a 10% growth. Net new digital media annualized recurring revenue, that's a long way to say ARR. Exit is $504 million. Exiting the quarter with with digital media ARR and $16.76 billion. Document cloud ARR grew to $3.31 billion, and creative ARR grew to $13.45 billion. Looks like they're just growing on everything so far. Digital experience segment revenue was $1.35 billion, representing a 10% growth. Digital experience subscription revenue was $1.23 billion, representing a 12% growth. Still looking good. So I'm guessing this is where they took the hit. Adobe sees fourth quarter revenue in the range of $5.5 billion to $5.55 billion, and earnings between 4.63 to 4.68. So I can't compare that to anything. That kind of sucks. Let's compare it to what we got right now. So between 4.63 to 4.68, they reported a 4.65 right now. Actually, we could use, I need to use this website more. ADBE. Financials. We're looking at, where are we? We're looking for fourth quarter. So this one. Oh, these are full year. Oh man. Oh, quarterly. Bang. Awesome. Thank you. So Q4 2023 EPS was Q4 2023 EPS. I mean, they're still growing. Okay, revenue in Q4. Wait, that's Q3. Yeah, they're still growing. Q4 revenue 5 billion, 5.5 to, okay, pretty much around the same. Not much growth there, but in line, I guess. So not looking too bad if you actually compare it to same period last year according to their outlook over here on Adobe. But from some of the articles that I did read, looks like Adobe actually made the move to the downside because they guided a little bit lower. I'm not seeing what the estimates are on Benzinga. I would love to see what the estimates are. If some of you go out there, have the info for me, I would love to see what the actual estimates are for Adobe's outlook, because the numbers over here on Benzinga are just purely what they are expecting. But that was apparently the reason why Adobe got flushed. Overall, they're growing on double digits on across the board. I don't think we saw a single digit growth on there. I think everything was 10% or higher. I'm looking really quickly right now. Everything is 10% or higher on the growth side. So they are still bringing in double digit growth on Adobe, but obviously if you compare it from their outlook to the same period last year, the numbers are very much in line / not too much growth. So I guess that's part of the reason why ADBE taking a little bit of BEATING all the way to the downside over here. Let's actually zoom out this position on the daily chart real quick. I want to delete some of my lines. Do I want to delete my lines or my anchored VWAPs? Most of my anchored VWAPs are like earnings anchored VWAPs, but do I even use them anymore? I mean, yeah. This one's showing you pretty good bounce. You can see how it was acting as a resistance until it turned into support. All right, we'll leave anchored VWAPs on, and then we'll go back into the 5-minute. Okay, we already put in the anchored VWAP for today. Go back to the hourly real quick. Don't think I need to map out that resistance at all. In fact, I'm going to the hourly instead of the daily. Boom. Delete this bad boy. We don't need that anymore. So just looking at the hourly chart, I mean, we didn't really consolidate anywhere for too long on the way up. Yeah, we consolidated up here quite a bit. The stock seems to have gone down off of the earnings catalyst, possibly below this area. 550.79, possibly getting below this area, and staying below this area opens up the short to the downside. But if we reclaim this price point, 550, 551, I think there is an opportunity for the stock to get back up based on that report. Let's see where that line comes into. So yeah, you can see how we clearly burst through that level and actually hold well below that level. So if the stock has any pops into this price point, right now the earnings anchored VWAP is actually much lower. $538 is where the earnings anchored VWAP is. So any pops into 538 based on this weakness should technically be sold off and you know, write it back down. But I'm expecting a nice little push back up based on that earnings report. This is a little bit of too much of a sell-off. But look, price action is king. Price action is king. So watch what happens on the pops. How aggressive are the pops getting sold off, or are the and even after they do get sold off, are they getting bought right back up? Showing you that buyers are being even more aggressive than sellers. Every single drop is just getting bought right back up, and we're just pushing Adobe higher and higher and higher. Lower lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and it just kind of gives you a beautiful trend to join into the upside. You can use the 9 EMA, the 21 EMA to help you gauge a little bit of the sentiment over there. If the 9 EMA is just a straight slope to the upside, usually shows you that there's systematic buying going on. Same thing for the downside. If the 9 EMA is a straight slope to the downside, usually shows you that's a systematic selling coming in. For example, here's PLCE. This is where I kind of got ready to trade PLCE today. Was watching PLCE for quite some time.
PLC eventually gave you that volume around 12:15. It burst up to the north side. I got in on the dips, if I remember correctly, or I think I took the breakout. I can't remember, but I think I got in on the dips because I noticed that we were now creating that pattern, as I was saying, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. On this breakout, we sold back, but then immediately bounced and kept holding the 9 EMA, kept holding the 9 EMA. So this is a systematic buying over here, trapping the shorts off of this area, trapping the shorts off the pre-market to begin with, bursting up to the north side, making the shorts think like they're in power again, and then reclaiming yesterday's high, holding above yesterday's high, kickstarting a bigger move to the upside. And obviously with the stock that has 40% short flow very much in play. But this is the type of action I'm talking about. Look for a slope being formed, and and if you can't identify the slope, I mean, you should be able to just look to see how the EMAs are acting, the 9 and the 21. Are they just on a straight slope up, or are they acting a little bit differently? So Adobe, I'm looking to see how it reacts on a pop so I can get short into. But so far the report is pretty damn bullish. So you know, you could also look long on the dips, but on the dips you want to be very careful. I think the support areas, if we zoom back into the hourly over here, we're near 530 something. That's 500. I'm not expecting the stock to go all the way back to 500. We're right around this area here, I believe. Nope, that's 534. Yeah, we're kind of around these peaks, are we not? Yeah, there we go. Boom. That was the peak that the stock is actually rejecting off of right now. So that's almost a level in itself, 535. Keep in mind, this is a $500 position, right? Yeah, we have a beautiful level like this mapped out, a level from previous history on the daily chart, that as soon as you plot, you can see that the stock is actually holding under that level in the after hours. You can almost get trapped into thinking that the price is so good it's the exact same price. It never works that way. No one's obligated to actually buy or sell around these prices, but these prices give you an opportunity to be a little bit more active, not kind of relax, but kind of get ready, game on, hunch over, right? Game on position a little bit, get ready to read the tapes, understand the bars, see how the buying and the selling is fighting each other around these important price points, and then you get to make a trade off of that. So for me, it's kind of basically 534 to 535. I'm giving it a whole dollar range to see how the stock reacts. I'm actually putting that in the inflection zone area, 535. I'll just say 535 as an inflection zone to see what happens on the stock. I'm also going to put in resistance 9. What was it for Costco? 919/920 to keep an eye on, in case it does do something funky tomorrow for us to get interested in. Okay, next stock that reported earnings, Restoration Hardware. Let's head over to this bad boy real quick. Also going to delete some of my lines here that I don't use anymore. I'm going to leave my earnings anchored VWAPs in, although most of them are basically at the same price. Let's head over to Restoration Hardware on Benzinga. I need some water. Well, CDP, that's a kind of a weird question, because a momentum trader can also be a trend trader, and a trend trader can also be a momentum trader. That's like asking, are you a Jewish Canadian, or are you it's like saying, are you a Jewish or are you a Canadian? It's like one's a religion, the other one's a country, right? So it doesn't really make sense what you're asking. If you get what I mean, right? People who trade momentum can choose to go with trend or against trend. You're just playing the momentum. You can quickly scalp the juice in the stock, boom, bang, beam. But if you're trying to trade the swing, then you're not really going against the trend. You're not really going against the trend that much, right? You can choose to wait for the dips and join the trend as you're looking to be an intraday swing trader. But if you're just a momentum trader, you can join the trend for a quick little scalp. You can go against the trend for a quick little scalp. You're just looking for that momentum burst pulse for you to take advantages in. So it's a little bit of a wrong question there. Give me all good trades, says Jason. Hey man, Jason, you want a good trade? Let's find it. Let's find it. Let's actually go find a good trade for Jason right now, boys. Next up, though, on the watch list, Jason, is the Restoration Hardware, RH. Holy shit. Is this how long I have to read to find out the outlook for this stock? That's hilarious. Reported 1.69 per share, B estimates of 1.56 by 8.3%. This is a 57% decrease. Ooh, EPS of 3.93 per share, same from the same period last year. Oh, okay, so EPS same period last year was that, and you dropped by 57%. Gotcha. Company reported 829.65 million, which beat the analyst consensus by 824 million. This is a 3.64% increase. However, big EPS drop. Let's look at the outlook over here. Growth to a range of 7 to 9%. Full year 2024 growth to a range of 5 to 7%. Despite expectations for the industry conditions to remain challenging until interest rates ease and the housing market begins to rebound. This is something that we actually have to keep in mind. September 18th, we have, was it 18th? 18th, right? Yeah, next Wednesday we have FOMC, and they are expecting the interest rates to get cut by how much? By if I remember, 25 beeps or even 50 beeps. Let's go take a look at it. 41% probability that we're going to cut the interest rates by 50 beeps. 59% probability that the interest rates are going to get... Oh, sorry, I'm not showing the screen. 59% probability that the interest rates are going to get cut by only 25 beeps. So at the end of the day, they are pricing in that interest rates are going to get cut. So names like Restoration Hardware, some of the solar names, actually, if you notice FSLR has been going crazy ever since the debate with Trump, because Kamala probably said solar technologies like 10 million times in her debate. So FSLR, solar companies, SEDG, all of them, maybe not SEDG, wow. Let's look at Sunrun. Was it just Run? Yeah, Run. Did you do anything? A little bit of a move on Run, but mostly FSLR ripping to the upside after that debate, and names like even Restoration Hardware, names like Solar Energies, all the names that have kind of taken a hit because of interest rates will start carrying back up to the north side. So look out for these names. Right now you can see how RH clearly talking about some of the headwinds that they previously had because of interest rates, the housing market, people not really buying new homes because the interest rates are crazy. So because of all those things included, RH took a really big beating, and they obviously sold off from their glory days. But now that if the market's actually getting ready to improve a little bit, boom, that's what we're expecting. If the market's actually getting ready to improve a little bit, these are the names that you might want to watch. Very beat down names, not because their fundamental sucks or whatever, right? These are good names, companies that people love to go to. People love buying stuff from RH. People even go to RH just to go eat food. It's a crazy thing if you ask me, but I guess their food's good enough to do that, right? So RH possibly getting active once again. Look at that volume spike in the after hours, and clearly looks like it took it into what, 290 or something. Where did we go into? Yeah, 290, 300, taking out some of these resistance levels to the upside. This is beautiful because if the stock stays above 300, it's just a no-brainer long. I, however, don't think that big of a gap is sustainable for RH. When you're losing 50% EPS year to year, you are almost not allowed to jump up 18%. So on a failure to stay above 300, I'm going to look for a short. But if the stock actually stays above 300, then it's almost a no-brainer long at that point. So RH, keep that one on watch. It's a very, very easy trade at this point. You're just playing under over 300, and obviously with the whole interest rates catalyst coming on, this is possibly a name that we're gonna have to keep watching for the next few days. Sadly, RH's volume is very, very, very low. 30-day volume is 670,000. I think we will see 2 to 3 million. I'm not gonna say 3 million. I think we're gonna see, it says we traded 2 million today. I'm sure most of that was in the after hours. Boom, all of that was in the after hours. So I'm not going to count that 2 million over here. I think if you just kind of go 2.5, 3 times 670K. That's how much volume you can expect tomorrow. It should be a little bit more liquid than normal. So let's look to see if we can get that chance to play under over 305, 300 area on this position. RH, whose ATR is actually lovely too. I love ATRs that are 2-digit. ATR for RH is $12.90, so basically $13 ATR on days like earnings. It's normal for a stock to do 1.5 2 ATR moves. However, this move from today's close into this high will already have been multiple ATRs. It's a $47 move to the upside, so it would have already been multiple ATRs. Expecting that stock to do another full ATR or even 2 ATRs will be a little insane, right? Expecting the stock to go from 305 from 300 to go into 328 will be kind of crazy. So ideally, I'm looking for a failure to hold above 300 for us to get short. If 300's holding, once again, I'm going to repeat myself, it's a no-brainer long on this position. No-brainer long. GME showing buying still above $20. I was looking to get long yesterday at around $19.70. I just said, screw it. I don't even bother about this trade. Today, I did look at it for a brief second, and then I said, screw it. I don't even want to care about this trade. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move on from GME because I most likely will not care about it tomorrow either. No point in wasting any time and energy even looking at that garbage name. Let's move on from that one. Let me quickly throw in an anchored VWAP for this crazy mover, which has been going a little wild. Obviously, we know why. Well, obviously, we don't know why. Only thing we care about is what it is doing. I don't know the news. I don't care for the news at all. Maybe I didn't need to put that because I already had an anchored VWAP from there. Anyways, who cares? I'll just leave it in. PLCE, 40% short flow, 45% short flow, 5 million float in total, has been squeezing recently to the upside. Last time I checked this stock on there we go, 55% short flow now, so it just keeps on going higher. 55% short flow with the 12 million float, so pretty good amount of the flow is short basically. And from the last time I checked, the volume profile on the stock doesn't actually look that pretty, because you know what I mean by that is most of the volume transacted around $8. If you just go to the 1-year chart, everything you see on the chart right now is 1 year's worth of information. Most of the volume transacted around that big red line all the way at the bottom, $8.26. That means, you know, yeah, there could be some shorts here into $14, $15 that have their stops above here. You know, if you're short 14, 15 and you didn't cover any into $4, how stupid are you? And when you saw the stock go past here at $8, at $10, and you didn't take any profits then, how stupid are you then, right? And if you didn't take a stop at $11, $10.50, are you really that stupid? So how much stops are we really expecting here on this stock over here? Also, look at the amount of volume though. The amount of volume back in the past was not as much as volume we're bringing in right now. So I'm not really banking on these stops to blow. What we're banking on is the most recent action to trap more stops, more shorts, and their stops to blow. Yeah, we have technical levels such as 14, 15 to keep an eye on. These are good levels to keep an eye on, but this is where the volume is. We got shorts trapped over here. They got busted out. We trapped some shorts over here. They got busted out. Some more shorts got trapped over here. They got busted out. So as long as the game is you know, to the upside, just continue playing it. Eventually, it will return back down. But as we have seen names like these before, low float, high short float, big squeeze opportunity, low volume today, and even with that low volume, we were actually looking for that. We were actually getting that move. I got long. I made money on the stock. I'm very happy, but you can see how this big resistance pocket over here from $14 to $15 could possibly be a little bit of a barrier on the stock. Keep an eye out for that one. If we start getting above here and we trap more shorts before that, we need to trap more shorts before that. I don't know how specific I can get to you about that part. We need to do a little bit more of this. So let's say the stock does this, right? Does this, and then does this. So we need to trap more shorts, and people need to get really short into this area for us to get that explosive move. Not expecting too many shorts from the past to give us that explosiveness. It's going to be the shorts who get into the traps in the next few days that gives them the explosiveness. Sadly, only one day left in this week. Friday, not sure if we're going to get that explosive move tomorrow. I think a little bit of a wiggle back and forth here in this range, trapping some more players, and then giving that explosive move is exactly what the play will be on PLCE. So watching it on the watch list without a doubt. No real bias on it just yet. I for sure don't want to go short on it until the short actually gets ready, and the short, in my opinion, is not ready. Play didn't really do too much today, huh? I expected it. I guess we talked about this. Play didn't do too much. Volume dying down. I guess I can kind of just remove it from the watch list now. Goodbye, Play. You're out. Booted. Next one, Roracle. You guys remember Roracle Center? Wow, Oracle actually took out the earnings day high and closed above it. Shout out to Oracle. Now that's bullish. That's a new all-time high now being created on Oracle. Decent earnings report, growth on the stock. I think they up-guided also. So you can see how we took out the earnings day high and actually closed on a bullish way. And the after hour, we got an even bigger boost. Why? Why do we get an after hour boost on this name? Okay. JP Morgan partnership. Isn't JP Morgan getting smoked? Like, JP Morgan's down so bad right now. Look at JP Morgan. Big down. I guess it's not that big down, right? If you zoom out, like, hey, Pratt, JP Morgan is big chilling. It's an uptrend still. But on a smaller trend, JP Morgan with the big pullback over here. But nice little partnership deal being announced with Oracle. They already popped up intraday, and then after hours we pop a little bit more. 173. Okay, we're getting a little crazy on this stock. I guess there could be, I guess we have to watch Oracle tomorrow without a doubt. This could be one of the more important names because of that recent catalyst kicking in, and we also had earnings most recently for this name. So day 1, day 2, day 3, so 3 days of earnings have already taken place, and even with the 3 days of earnings, we got another beautiful catalyst coming in, taking the stock to 170. What are we talking about here, right? So let's watch this name. How did the dips behave? I think watching today's anchored VWAP, see if today's anchored VWAP shows you some buying around 160.50. If 160.50 on the dips actually held up on Oracle, actually let's just see what the VWAP is on the 5-minute instead of the daily chart. VWAP is around today's high. VWAP right around today's high. I guess it's because of the after hours. So if you don't look at after hours, yeah, it's right around 161, 160.50. If Oracle dips into these areas and shows you buying, there could be another long opportunity setting up. But if the stock just goes crazy in the pre-market, goes into 180, 190, 200, I think you're looking for a short from there. This stock is going a little crazy now. I'm going to put in this 174 area as a watch for now, but in the pre-market, depending if the stock goes higher than that or not, I might have to change my resistance level. Palantir, very choppy today off the open. I was watching it. I had a loss on Palantir. I tried a long right off the open. I lost on it, and then I just watched it chopped around for the rest of the day, and then it ripped to the high side, and then that got sold off. So it was like, what the hell, Palantir? What's going on with you? So Palantir all over the place. You can see how we're still kind of holding the previous day's high. Usually when a stock gets added to the S&P 500 index, or when the news gets announced, they make about a 10% move. Palantir has already made that 10% move to the north side, so not really expecting too much more, but the nice little bull flag on the daily forming at least on Palantir at the moment. So let's see if this flag continues to be formed. Previously when the bull flag formed on Palantir, we actually broke down. Let's see if this bull flag actually helps it go higher this time instead. Dell had a monster move today. we were talking about this move last night, but I didn't have faith in the stock at all. I did not have faith in Dell because of how choppy it was yesterday. So I mean, my call out was beautiful. I said if the stock finds buying above 109, there is a long opportunity here into 114. Now we did not go into 114, but at least we got close enough to 114, right? Sadly, this one bugs me a little bit because of how choppy it was yesterday. I kind of just ignored it completely today. It's my fault. Missed out on some good money making opportunities. The idea was as long as the stock stays above 109, we got a long. You can see how it opened at basically 108.70. Today's open. Yesterday's high 108.90, and then it just reclaimed today's open. It reclaimed yesterday's high, stayed above 110 over there on the dips. It just kept staying above 110, and then it gave you a big bounce into 113. So monster long if you were watching for it. I think this one should still be on the watch list as we go into that 114 117 area, which was the previous high on the stock. 114 was the previous level, and then 117 was the earnings high from where the stock actually got slapped down from. Once again, as I mentioned, usually when a stock gets announced to be added to the S&P 500 index, they do make around a 10% move, and that would basically be taking it right back into that earnings day high of 117. So watching to see if Dell can give us a little bit of a barrier around that price to get short into. Intraday scalp, that's it. Jason saying Palantir is a champ. Yeah, no kidding. Palantir managing to stay strong even after that sell-off. Managing to stay strong. I think 33.70 is the real price to the downside. Let's check right there. Yeah, 33.70. Until the stock really gets under 33.70, I don't think there is any real issue on Palantir. You can continue to look long until we get below 33.70, and obviously as the stock is getting added. Whoa, this is not the picture. Where did my picture go? Prad, where are you, Prad? There I am. Open in the browser. So there we go. These are the stocks that are in green are pure additions. Stocks that are in red, even though it says addition or deletion, these are basically getting migrated from one index to the other index, from the 500 to the 400, or from the 400 to the 600. Anything in the green, like I said, are actually getting directly added to the index for the first time ever. So Palantir and Dell getting added to the S&P 500 index on September 23rd. That day, these stocks will have a little bit more action that we're gonna get involved into without a doubt. Last time a stock got added to the index, that was Uber, and they made a monster move. I made quite a bit of money on that too, so I can't wait to see how Palantir sets up going into that day. Basically, you can continue looking to get long on dips on Palantir, on Dell, going all the way up to September 23rd. You can even look to, maybe sell some of these other stocks as these are getting deleted from the market, or not market, sorry, deleted from the index. For example, DDD. Let's see if DDD is going down. Oh, actually they did get sold off, but now they're actually going back up at the moment. But I don't really care about some of the 600, 400 names. Only thing we care about is Palantir and Dell for the S&P 500 inclusion. So keeping an eye on that. GME. Forget GME, dude. GME closing 300 more stores. Did they go down in the after hour? No. Yeah, forget GME. 21 is a level on GME. I think looking short GME 21 is not a problem at all. You can continue to look short there. But do I really want to care about a stock whose ATR is $1.60? The volume is dwindling like crazy. I mean, even on earnings day, you didn't bring in much volume. Like, look at the stock, right? No volume at all on earnings day. And do I even care about that stock at that moment? They need to close. Are the stores, to be honest. All the stores. Okay, I was gonna say, Jason, what are you saying at the moment? All the stores, indeed. I mean, look, dude. I do have a nostalgic memory of, hold up. Oh, shit. Oh, look at those hands, boys. I caught that bullet in mid-air with my left hand. Quick hands, boys. Quick hands. All right. Oh, whoa. Big zoom in. So, I have memories Memories don't claim like people do. They always remember you. Na, 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 na. Okay, anyways, I don't think you guys know what song I'm singing. It's like a Kanye song, I think. But, you know, this is the old school Game Boy. I think these sell for like 500 bucks to $1,000 right now. Okay, these sell to like 500 bucks to $1,000 at the moment. And I have two of them. I'm collecting them. My memory. You know, when I first came to Canada from India, my uncle bought these for me and my younger brother, and I have so many memories of it. Pokemon Chaos version, Chaos Black version. I got Silver back over there, and Sapphire and Ruby, everything on the shelves. So going into a GameStop, into a mall, buying it, the amount of memories I have with this thing, all of those are great. But at the end of the day, who goes into the fucking mall anymore? Who goes to the stores anymore? Nobody. If I want to buy something, I'm going into Amazon Prime the first thing. 50 bucks max. Hold up, dude. Fucking ban this guy first, and then I'll prove it to him. There we go. Put it back on the desk. Ooh, you guys got a nice little look on my ass. You guys got turned on, I know that. Boom, let's take the camera back. Let's prove it to this guy real quick. Hey man, don't fucking dox me. Jesus Christ. Alright. However, if we go to used, I'm not trying to show you the used cost. However, if we go to used, but boom, okay? Boom. I don't need the box, bro. I'll print the box. Who cares about the box? I'll print the box. I'm Indian, okay? I know my ways. I'll just take this picture and I'll print the box. It's soft. That's not even a big deal, bro. The box is not the big deal. The big deal is, how much can I sell it for? Obviously, this one doesn't have much scratches on it. This is very brand new. But I can just put a new sticker on there, you know? Just print out the exact same tattoo and put it on there. Don't trust me. I can scam these guys very easily. Look at these guys selling it for $92. Idiots. Nope, it's $1,000 guys. $1,000. All right. But man, the memories of GME are classic. But yeah, those memories don't mean anything, right? Memories don't mean anything. At the end of the day, memories are not what moves the stock. It's the people who buy and sell it. And at the moment, I think the apes are dead. The apes got killed. They got killed in AMC. They took all their GME money and put it in AMC, and they got washed out. And then they put it in Siri, and they got washed out even more. And then they got washed out even more. Although they were up 900% a day or two ago because of the reverse stock split. And then the mergers and everything that they had also. Alright, let's get back on track. We derailed a little bit there. I own EDO. What is that? ED0? What the hell is that? Face it, Gen Z video games are in decline. I'll say that video games as the making of video games and the quality of the video games are not as good as they used to be. But there is a game that I want to play really badly. Wukong Black Myth. I mean, this game looks amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen this game. I want to try this game. I wanted to stream this game on stonks.com. But sadly, that's no longer an opportunity for me to do. But maybe somewhere down the road we can do that. But yeah, this game looks amazing. I wanted to play this game quite a bit. I'm hesitating to pull the trigger because I know if I buy the game, I probably won't go into work for a whole week. And I'll just play this game non-stop. So, bad. No longer interested in video gaming. Only thing I care about is improving my trading. That's it. Trading is the best video game out there, right? Play the game of numbers, baby. Play the game of numbers. That's what we're gaming. Okay, let's go back on track here. Bad video games is in decline. If it's bad, we aren't buying. Exactly. That's true. It's true. Good games are very rare these days. Good games are not as many. They're very thin. But when they do come out, they look great. Wukong is too good, says Jason. I agree. It looks too good. It feels too good. I gotta play it. Best game, stock market, says Dieter. Exactly, brother. You get me. You understand. You understand. Oh, let me say hi to my niece real quick, guys. Hold up. Yeah, and I have some more in the plate. I didn't finish it all. No, I'm not. Oh yeah, I have lunch anyways tomorrow. All right, family going to bed. Time for sleep for my little niece. So got to say hello to her for the first time of the day. Well, second time of the day technically. No, today was the first time because she was still sleeping when I was getting ready and leaving the house. She's a little cute little one, guys. I'm gonna be real. She's a cute little one. All right. ABGO, like the rest of the semiconductor names, Monster Rally, ABGO actually going higher than where its earnings move started from. So going much higher than where the earnings move started from. Now this move is insane. ABGO up 22% in 1, 2, 3, 4 days. SMH up 10%. Like, these are insane moves, right? So the last time we got like what monster move on the market, that was unsustainable, so we got a nice little pullback. SMH rallying, AVGO going, Nvidia going along with it. There was apparently an article that's you know, Wayne Wang over here posted in our Discord something about, what does this article say? Dealers had to buy tons of Delta to hedge the short Gamma and Nvidia during yesterday's squeeze. Note that they remain in short Gamma until the 125 area. I personally don't really I mean, that information's good, but how does it give me a trade, right? How do I get the trade out of that is the question. It's like, okay, 125 is in the middle of these ranges where the stock has clearly not really cared about. We have a resistance up here at 130. We have a solid support at 123. How does 125 really even matter to me at that point. So I don't really care about articles like that come out. Only thing I care about is technicals, right? So if we just go into the hourly chart, look at the pure technical range that Nvidia has found support before it clearly broke down, and now we're going back above this 116 area. The longer we stay above 116, I think the easier chance we have to go through 123 and actually head over to $130. So look out to see how the stock trades in this zone. Pull it up on the hourly chart. Easy box that you can draw out yourself. As soon as we push into the box, we see resistance here. I'm looking for a short. Meta has an even better level. Actually, if you pull it up on the daily chart on Meta, you can see Meta right into, wait, what the hell, right there, yeah, boom, into 527. Going to the hourly chart, you can see how right before 527 we were holding above it, then we broke down from it. If Meta actually manages to get above 527 tomorrow, the market's strong, that means Meta is easily making a rally to 540 over the next few days, especially going into next week and so on. Not sure that we're gonna see people putting risk on the market going into a weekend, going into a FOMC week next week, but if they are getting ready to do something crazy like that, we've already seen 2 big moves on the market back to back. If we get another third move, that is an easy trade for us to get long into. Jason saying we going to 600, baby. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it, even though how big of a hater I am on Meta. It will be hard and idiotic for me to say that Meta is currently positioned the best in the Magnificent Seven, mainly because how their earnings report played out. They increased their capital expenditure, and their capital expenditure actually returned in bringing them more revenue with the whole AI thing. Previously, when they did that for the metaverse, it actually brought less revenue. It did not help them by any way. They had to scrap the project completely. I think they scrapped it completely, or they are still kind of doing it under the wraps, maybe. I'm not sure. But AI was monumental for them, right? They put an AI in WhatsApp, in Instagram. They use these AIs to help curate better ads to people. So all of that in return giving them more money, because that's how Facebook makes money, by blasting you with ads, and basically the ads you want, that you kind of want to see, things that you, anytime you talk about anything, your phone's listening. They're selling that data to Cambridge Analytica. Analytica is then using it and creating a profile just for you, right? Dieter, just for Jason, just for TH. So all of that things are benefiting Meta over here, that capital expenditure, and that's why Meta was actually one of the strongest stocks when the whole market was getting crumbled. The market was struggling, and Meta was just the one of the most strongest stocks, staying absolutely resilient, not budging from its gains. So shout out to Meta on that one. So 527, if we get above 527, easy move into the all-time high, I believe, right there, into 520 to 542 to 550, 542 to 544. Jesus Christ, I can't speak at all. 527, let's see if we can get above it first. But AVGO, I personally think AVGO finds a little barrier. I'm not being a bear, even though my inner tendencies are bearish 90% of the time. I'm better at shorting stocks than I am going long. So yeah, my inner tendencies could make me lean short more than lean long 90% of the time. But this move is a little too wild to expect the stock to really go higher than some of these lines that we just put down on our chart. So I'm going to be watching how AVGO reacts on the pops. If the pops start getting sold off and we're not able to hold above some of these levels like 168, 170, then I'm going to be looking to short this area for a nice little reversal back. That doesn't mean the stock is going all the way back. I just think the intraday short will be a good opportunity to keep an eye out for. ARM, not really in the whole semiconductor rally that most of the stocks are doing, but as we called it out yesterday, as long as ARM stays above that 135, you can continue to look long. But as soon as we get back below 135, I think it's setting up for a beautiful short back return to the south side. ARM recently was in that news catalyst along with Apple, because Apple is using ARM's AI chips in their Apple 16 phone to enable AI to users, something that Google Google users have already had for multiple generations now. So haha, Apple, welcome to the world. ARM, however, as long as we stay above 134, 135, I think looking long is not really the wrong idea. But if the SM8 starts to sell off and ARM is not able to hold above 135, that's going to open up an easy short pocket to the downside for us to take advantage of. AMD, not something I'm looking to trade at all. Very choppy zones at the moment, so until AMD really gets above some of these choppy areas, I'm not really looking to day trade it. Google's kind of in the same basket for me. It's very choppy. That's why I don't really day trade Google much. MU, we were looking to short 91, but sadly pre-market news comes out, a downgrade on MU. MU now opens well below 91, and I'm sitting there waiting for a pop into 91 to get short. I never get that pop. MU gets smoked into this multiple days low, and then kind of reclaims that multiple days low with the strength in SMH, with the strength in the market. It just reclaims that last week's low area, last month's low area, and manages to go back to the high side. So yeah, it has a downgrade. Also, that downgrade is from almost a no-name analytic company, so it's like, who cares? You're not a bank. You're not JP Morgan downgrading Micron. So I'm not discrediting the downgrade. I just don't think it has much validity behind it. I'm still looking to short pops onto 91 because of that catalyst. But the idea still stands true. If 91 actually gets buying above it, it's an easy long on Micron as long as the semiconductor industry looks strong. If the semiconductor sector looks weak and Micron's around 91, that just opens up for an A+ setup for the short side. Holy. ASTS. It looked like the downside was opening up today. I got very greedy. I did take my profits, but I wasn't able to make as much money as I would have, right? I was very deep in the money on this position for the amount of size that I had. But as soon as the flush came in, I just saw dollar signs floating in the air. Like, you know, in the cartoons where if you get hit in the head, you start seeing stars and birds flying around your head. Instead of that, I got hit in the face with a brick of money, and I was, you know, picturing all the Lambos and all the fancy watches that I could buy, all the PPs and all the APs and Hublots that I could buy started floating around my head. Started, you know, I was the center of the universe, and everything that I loved was just around me, floating. And boom, I woke up out of the dream. Next thing you know, I'm getting stopped out of my trade completely. God damn it, dude. God damn it, ASTS. And obviously, this is the first time this has happened on this name. It has happened multiple times. ASTS has just been one of those names where it looks like it's getting ready to give you a monster down move where you're actually in the money, and then you're getting ready for a big failure to follow through type of setup. But nope, it follows through at the end of the day. It manages to follow through. So I guess if I've seen it be this dirty back to back days, then I need to be ready for that reversal, right? I need to be ready for these reversals when these reversals come in. Right there, right here. So I need to be ready for them if they do come into play. I guess the real failure to follow through on this stock will come in if we get below this $23. Getting below 23 and finding selling below 23, I'm expecting it to go to $14 that very same day. And it better do so, or I'm going to be very, very pissed. I'm going to be very, very pissed. For now, we have the level into 28. Above 28, it's 32. So watching 28 and then above 28, 32 to see what happens on ASTS. WHLR, this was a beautiful short for me. The failure to follow through actually came through on this stock. However, the volume on this position was way lower than I guess I should have than I would have liked. Because more volume would have obviously given me a lot more shares to take into that failure to follow through. Got short around $6, and I basically got out around the low of day into $4.70. Most of my size was taken out into $5, but most of the last few shares I did get to take out into $4.70 over here on these flushes. So big failure to follow through after not being able to hold some of these levels that the stock popped up above. So small cap stock was in the pennies. got above $1, managed to stay up north, trapped some shorts above here, eventually did not manage to stay above $6.50, and that was a short trigger. Get short on the level below that. As soon as we find selling under 650, find short. So now the idea continues. You're looking for the stock to pop and not have followed through above today's VWAP, not have followed through above today's high, not have followed through above today's low. So wherever the stock is, if it's grinding into today's low, something like this, and then breaks down, that's a beautiful short trigger right there. If it pops and not able to stay anywhere above today's high, that's a short right there. If it pops and it starts actually rejecting right around today's VWAP, that's a short right there. And then now you're waiting to see how today's low acts. You can possibly add on the break below today's low for an even bigger opportunity, as this stock is getting ready most likely to pull back all the way to $1 price. Most of these names are useless, they're garbage, they just pop up because they're getting pumped and dumped, and when the pump has been dumped upon, they die. When the pump has been dumped upon, they die. Affirm actually doing what we said it's looking like it's getting ready to do, which is have a reversal. So shout out to Affirm, monster reversal, day 2 of a reversal. So I guess you can continue to see if you want to buy dips on Affirm over here. Affirm most likely doing something like this, right? It's gonna get ready to create a little bit of a square box over here, or a rectangle box, sorry. So give it some time. I'm only interested in the edges. I don't care. I'm an edge lord, okay? I'm only interested in the edges, not really interested in the middle of the range. Look to see how buying comes in around $37, $38. You can even see how the low of this candle comes into play. You're not really wrong until the low of this candle breaks and we find selling under that. But even then, the gap close is not that much of a move. I guess that's 9%. Woof, never mind. But in my opinion, that's not that much of a move. So you could just wait for the gap close to come in if you really want to take that loss in your position. We've also seen how big of a range this was in the past, around $30. We broke down and then we popped right back up with the August recession and so on. So a lot of things came in to help out Affirm over here. This is a very bullish pattern. The fact that we looked like we were going to gap close and sell off completely, but we popped right back up. Right now, the bullish pattern would continue as long as we keep buying above these areas. So you gotta keep staying above this area and not get crushed below that for AFRM. Here comes the fun sector, Bitcoin. You're not doing anything. You're not fun at all. So Bitcoin sector, not really doing anything, not fun at all. But what is fun is Coinbase. Coinbase, held 150 multiple days in a row, got back above 160. That was the trigger for us to keep an eye on this stock. I was looking at it for a long today, but it was a little choppy around 160. It wasn't really playing at 160 cleanly. So here's 160. You can see how we opened below 160. Actually, we opened around 158. We got low as 156, popped higher, and then we just chopped around 162, 163, and 158 as the low. So 160 was basically the middle of that range, which I didn't want to see. I wanted to see the stock holding above 150. I guess what you also could take a look at is how the stock is cleanly holding above yesterday's high, which is also today's open. So we opened around yesterday's high, held yesterday's high after the opening drive wiggle. This is the opening drive wiggle. They tried to trap some longs, the longs got trapped. They tried to trap some shorts, the shorts got trapped, and now they keep on holding the position above yesterday's high. There was an easy long over here in this area where you go long and you put your stop under 158, under 157, and you never really look back. However, I didn't really like the choppiness of it, so I stayed away. Now that we have the stock clearly showing us some action around 160, around 158, we can take a look at it tomorrow to see if Bitcoin gives us that extra sympathy juice to go to the north side. Even if it doesn't, this is a pretty big sell-off. The market is going higher. Coinbase is lagging a little bit. I think Coinbase has some juice to the upside if we keep staying above 158. That's the magic number. MSTR, I don't think MSTR really trades like Coinbase. It shouldn't. It should trade like its own thing. And if anything, the only correlation is the fact that they're both cryptocurrency based, Bitcoin based. So MSTR could have a little bit of sympathy off of Bitcoin, should have more sympathy off of Bitcoin than Coinbase. So just a note over there to keep in mind. I'm not ready to make a decision yet. I think I told this to you guys a couple days ago. Still waiting for the pop into this previous resistance on MSTR to see how it reacts into that zone. Now, only few stocks left, which is the Magnificent 7. Most of the time, I only look at the Magnificent 7 on the 60-minute time frame because they give you much cleaner ways to look at charts. So here are some of the zones where we can possibly look to see how stocks react. 224 on Apple. If we get above it, I think there could be an opportunity there. We talked about how bullish Amazon looked, and look at Amazon now rallying back to the north side. You know what I wonder? Is Bezos still selling the 200 area? If you guys remember, there was an article that Bezos was selling a ton of shares around 200 to 201, and the stock was struggling to get above that price point. If you got short off of that catalyst, you would have managed to got a $50 per share short as a swing trade. Monster opportunity over there on Amazon. So I'm wondering if he's still looking to sell some shares on the pops. Right now, Amazon getting ready to go back and test some of these pops that we were previously found some selling into. 190, 190, 150. Let's see if we can actually rally a little bit higher. Then we can look for those shorts. But a monster move at the moment. You can look for the dips to get long into if the trend is there. If you want to follow the trend, look for dips to get long into. The only way I'm getting short is near 190, 190, 150. I'm not getting short anywhere before that, just so you know. Google, I did mention I don't really bother too much to trade Google, but that hourly chart is a little beautiful if you ask me. You can see how we're actually holding just under that price point where we have mapped out, what is that, 155. So if Google gets above 155 and stays above 155, I'm expecting there could be an easy money long opportunity into 155, 158, 159 or so. So I'm gonna put it in my notes. I'll keep an eye on it. If Google can find buying above 155, there could be a long here. If not, I'm not too interested on this one. Microsoft. I guess if the market's getting sold off and Google's under 155, that could open up some downside too. Microsoft with some level over here. Okay, Mikey got a level. 427.50. Mikey got a level. Microsoft, macro hard. Microsoft, macro hard. I'm getting macro hard for this Microsoft position. If we get above 427, because that seems to be a little bit of a resistance pocket. This is the hourly chart. This is July 31st. This is 21st August. This is 22nd August. And this is 12th of September. You can see all of those resistance pockets came in exactly around that 427 to 427.50 area. Getting above it, bullish. Getting below it, or staying below it, bearish. Obviously, you can use the market sentiment a little bit to help you find that trade. If the market looks bullish, you can look for that long through that area. If market looks bearish, you can look for the short through that area. Tesla very close to this previous resistance highs. You can see how we got big resistance last time, and then another big resistance this time again. Let's see if we can actually break out of this resistance this time and run higher. Obviously, if we don't break out of this resistance, we got another opportunity to short Tesla. I think that is 235 indeed. 235. Ooh, putting in the wrong spot. I don't see McDonald's running out of food anytime soon. What was that comment about? What the hell? Now that the stonks is dead, we need the beat stream still. Exactly. Tell Dieter to start putting beat streams back on. Dieter, where are the beats, man? I love it. I love it. Trader in the yard. Yo, Prad, you came to Quebec last weekend. I'm here, brother. How was it? Oh, it was good, man. I enjoyed Quebec. I enjoyed Montreal. It was fun. It was fun. I was just surprised by how cheap the beers were. That's crazy. I'd be an alcoholic if I lived there. I don't think I should move to Montreal ever. I don't think I should ever move to Montreal. One good thing about Montreal is the Indian reserves, because this was hella cheap. Because this was hella cheap. You know, Canada obviously banning these flavored nicotine pouches.
You can't buy them at gas stations as you could before. And now you have to go into an actual pharmacy, and the only flavor you can buy is mint. So that sucks. But the Indian reserves, $10 a pop for this? I mean, come on, dude. That's crazy. These cost like 15 to 20 depending on what website you order them from. Let's go. Hell yeah. That's the only reason I'd probably move to Montreal or ever come to Montreal again. Not even to see Dieter. I'm coming to Montreal on a lie. I'll tell Dieter that I'm coming to see him. I'm lying to him, but really I'm only coming to go to the Indian reserves on the way back home. That's the only reason I'm coming. All right. You got in the reserve? Damn right, brother. Damn right. We start drinking at 14, 15. Yeah, you guys are alcoholics over there. But one thing I also liked about Montreal and Quebec, you don't have a lot of people dressing like hipsters and weirdos. Maybe you see that in the downtown and university areas, but where I was in Verdun, you don't see a lot of homeless people. I didn't see a lot of homeless people. The subways, every subway had a cafe. What's with your guys' addiction with the cafe? Every subway has a cafe, and every park has a cafe. What's with that? You guys love your cafes, your espressos, your snacks. Every park has a cafe. Like, what the hell is going on over there? But it's pretty cool. It's nice. I like it. It's a little too French for me because I don't speak French at all, obviously. But yeah. It's because you didn't go to Burdi Metro Station. No, I don't know where that is, brother. I don't know where that is. Why, is that a better subway station? Oh, it's a little bit crackhead subway station. Gotcha. That's where the homeless are. Gotcha. That makes sense. QQQ and the S&P 500 and the IWM. Let's quickly talk about these, and then we're basically done for the day. We can log off at that point. My family members are obviously sleeping, so I need to get off very soon. QQQ, I mean, monster rally today again, right? Another day, another rally on the market. Good one ATR move on the market. I don't want to be bearish. Honestly, I don't want to have a sentiment at all. I don't want to have a bias at all. I just want to play the variables. Like, listen to the variables, listen to what the stock is saying. You can see how today's low is kind of around this green line and around these two highs also. So as long as the stock market for the QQQ stays above 465, I think looking short is idiotic, right? Looking short, if the market is above 465, is idiotic. If the market bounces off of yesterday's high, not today's low, but yesterday's high, which is basically Wednesday's high, that just makes the long even better for tomorrow. Yeah, free fall Friday. Yeah, I like to get short on Fridays, but you cannot have sentiments like that screwing you over and stopping you from looking for a long trade. That's what happened to me yesterday when the market had a monster long opportunity. Not that I had a bad day, I had a great day, but I could not find the way to get long, so I could not trade all day in the middle of the day. All I did was trade the shorts off the open, and that was basically my day. I could have gone home at 12 o'clock technically, and I would have still had the same amount of money that I had at 12 o'clock because I didn't do anything for the rest of the day. But that was such a sad thing because the market went insanely to the upside, right? Being a bear sometimes, or being better at shorts than longs, it's a curse sometimes, right? It's a curse. So I don't want to have a bias. I want to look for all variables that the market gives, and then study those variables and then make a decision off that. At the moment, I think 465 is that sweet spot under over. As long as we stay above it, I think looking long is probably the right idea over here for the S&P 500. You can see how SPY has reclaimed this level, a box that we were holding into before we broke down, reclaiming that level on the S&P 500, basically $555. If we stay above 555, or even today's low at 552, 553 is actually today's low, 553, there could be still a long setting up on the market. Market could easily go red to green like we have for the last few days. Today we went red to green. I think QQQ went red to green also. If I remember correctly, we did go red to green. So we could easily go red to green again 3 days in a row. Be careful.
Don't get trapped up in those traps. Don't get trapped. Don't be a little crab in a trap box, okay? Be a shark. Be the shark, boys. Be the shark. Or even be the whale. Obviously, we don't have whale buying power, but be the whale. Don't be a shark. Oh, sorry, don't be a crab. Be a shark. Be a whale. But that's all she basically wrote. Now we have a little research to do. Actually, I almost forgot about this. John Vaughn usually reminds me of this. He's probably not on the stream right now. Let's head over to the IPO sector. That means I need to throw in 3 more names in my watch list real quick. Give me a second. Add one above, add one more above, and add one more above that. Okay. Tickers BCAX, ZBIO, ZBIO, MBX. All of which, as you can see right here, are reported to IPO tomorrow. These are the offer amounts. This is the price range. These are the shares. Okay. They're all NASDAQ. Okay, awesome. Now we can actually go do some quick research on these bad boys. Am I even live? Okay, I am live. 34 viewers, 1 view. Well, I think it's only 34 views in total, but probably no viewers, sadly. Oh, John Juan is here. Okay, good. I was wondering why you haven't said IPOs yet. But good thing that my memory helped me out, because we're going to go do some research on these ones real quick, and then we'll check out the economic calendar, and then we'll call it a night. Okay. BCAX expected to open between $16 to $18. 250 mil offer. I see 304 million on the Nasdaq website, so a little bit of a drop on that note already. 14,705,882. Okay, that looks about the same. Profile is what? Therapeutics and clinical stage biopharmaceutical company committed to bringing transformative bifunctional therapies to patients with solid tumors. Our lead program, not even gonna try pronouncing that. Antibody that combines 2 clinically validated targets and epidermal growth factor receptor and EGFR direct monoclonal antibody with the domain that binds to the human transferring growth factor, blah 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 blah. Initially being developed in the head and neck squamous cell carcinoma or HNSCC, where there remains a significant unmet need. We intend to initiate a pivotal phase 2-3 trial of the whatever in combination with pembrolizumab as first line therapy in the recurrent metastatic HNSCC, excluding HPV positive patients with orphangeal squamous cell carcinoma late in 4th quarter of 2024 or early 1st quarter 2025. I hope you guys understood something, because I for sure did not. These words are ridiculously hard for me to read. Also, I don't know how half of these are. Is this about, it said tumor, so I'm guessing cancer. Some of the words sounded like cancer based, but then over here HPV, is that not like AIDS? I thought that's AIDS. Maybe I'm thinking different. But what matters to us more are some of the growth numbers, and is the company actually going up or not. Looks like this company is not actually even making money, so they're still in their clinical stage. Actually, they haven't, I guess, not gone to that point yet where they're actually selling a drug and actually making money off this drug. So this could be, biopharmaceutical companies are never fun to trade as IPOs. Just because they have a decent offer amount, it makes us a little excited about it. But these companies are never fun to trade. I'll be honest with you, okay? Never fun to trade. 46 million shares total, and they're offering 14 million shares to the open market, okay? Where's the rest of the number? Market cap, only 700 million. Clearly a small cap, because only 14 million shares being offered. 203 million in debt, 517,000 in debt. Sorry, million in cash, 517,000 in debt. Okay, their debt's actually not that bad. Obviously, they're not selling anything, so they don't really make any money. So the rest of this information is useless. So I guess just the point that they are, oh, that's not what we're looking for. Just the point that they are a pharmaceutical company going IPO mode. We have another one over here, another clinical stage biopharmaceutical company. Immunology-based therapies for patients in need. Okay, what is that? Several autoimmune diseases. The first 4 indications were more diseases and stuff that I have no clue about. Hopefully, yeah, they don't have a product. You know, clinical stage, they don't have a product at all. So let's go see what the market cap is. Lower than the previous company. Shares outstanding lower than the previous company, and they're offering even more less shares than the previous company. And that will be the story again for MBX. So not really interested to trade these names, I'll be honest with you. These IPO names are on the watch list. We'll see if they do anything when they open, but these names have never been something that give you a big Coinbase type of move off their IPOs. Just so you know, they never give you a Coinbase type of move off their IPO. We got Acer in the chat. What's up, Acer? Phew, boys, just got done working out for the first time in 4 years, and let me tell you, I'm out of shape. If you feel that way, I wonder what I will feel if I start working out again. I haven't worked out in a long time now because of my knee. Man, oh man. Haven't hit the gym, haven't hit the treadmill, no Stairmasters, no swimming, no sauna, nothing. I don't really hit the weights, but I do love the Stairmaster and I do love the sauna, but none of that in a while. I've been missing the sauna for sure. The sauna is such a good feeling. The sauna puts you right to bed too. You just hop in the sauna and then you take a hot shower and then go to bed. Your body temperature cooling down will put you to bed. Just knock you the F out. Knock you the fudge right out. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now after I finish the stream. As soon as I finish the stream, I'm gonna take a nice hot shower and I'm gonna get knocked out because my stomach feels like it's in knots. My stomach feels like it's in absolute knots. What happened to his knee, bro? I thought it was his ACL before. I thought his ACL got busted, so he had to put on his strap or whatever on his leg. But now, his knee? Jesus. Oh, I'm 6 feet 230. I'm also 6 feet, but I'm 170. Let's actually go check right now. Hold up. Holy shit, I'm fat. Holy shit, I'm fat. I'm now 178, boys. I used to be 170. I think my lowest was 169, 168, but now 178. We're up 8 pounds. Up 8 pounds. That's sad. All right. Economic numbers. Let's go see what happened. I thought he was looking for his height. What the hell? I know how tall I am. I'm 6 feet tall, buddy. You remember Cruise when I was in the 50s and I was talking about it? Gotta check it out now. No, not that it matters to me anymore, but check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out. Cruise, the sushi place. Let's go. Okay. Wow, we were. Yeah, it's like, how am I gonna day trade this though? That's the problem. But yeah, Cruise, nice little bounce. Triple bottom off of a beautiful $50 level. And now almost at 80 bucks. Almost getting ready for me to short it as a day trader, baby. All right, last few things we're gonna talk about here, and then we're gonna call it a night, boys. We're gonna be talking about the economic calendar. what is going to be the important things that might move the market around? Today we had initial jobless claims, core PPI, the 30-year bond number. Tomorrow we have the import-export numbers, a bunch of Michigan numbers. Looks like then pretty much that's all it. Some of the commodity numbers for you commodity traders. If you trade wheat, gold, oil, silver, soybeans, then you might want to keep an eye out to see how these numbers come out at 15:30. But most of the numbers that come out for us day traders that we care about are usually, or at least tomorrow, they're at 8:30 and 10 o'clock. After that, we don't really care about any of the other numbers after that. So after 10, it's smooth sailing, smooth waters for the market. Whatever trend the market puts in around 8:30 to 10 o'clock might be the trend for the rest of the day. So keep an eye on to the economic calendar, and obviously keep listening to the market at all times. Make sure you're listening to the market, all the variables. Don't only focus on the variables you want to focus on. Also variables on also focus on the variables that the market is giving you. All the things that the market is telling you not to do, but your inner monkey, your inner retard is still going ahead and doing it. Right? You clearly see that every single a buying opportunity is getting sold off, but you're still buying every single dip like an idiot. You're just asking to lose, right? Look for proper setups, look for proper patterns to play, and then smoke it, baby, smoke it. Have a good luck tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back obviously Sunday 6 p.m, Monday to Thursday 8 p.m. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and slap the markets. We're gonna be always active in our Discord, which is actually locked up. So if you wanna be in our Discord, you just have to message me on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll send you the Discord link. But because I'm tired of bots joining the Discord, I'm tired of inactive users joining the Discord and not really contributing. So if you're interested on joining our Discord server and you know, being active in there, helping other traders improve, then you're more than welcome. But if you're just gonna come in there and mooch, not really help each other, and you know, be a lazy bum, then you know, I'm just gonna kick you off the server. And also I don't want to open a public server like I did previously, because every day was a new random scammer, random hacker pretending to me and trying to scam my viewers. So I did not like that. Locked up the server. It's going to be invite DM only. So yeah, Acer, remind me on Discord. You have me on Discord as a friend. I'll invite you to the server without a problem. Any of my YouTube viewers, you already know what to do. Check out all the links below in the description. It's time for you guys to listen to the beautiful Dieter Beats outro as I go home, or I'm already home, but as I go offline. Peace. For tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here, back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.